breathe in the air, the light that surrounds me. If we hold ourselves together, we'll go far. Created a space, in my head it was empty, but I know that I want to be where you are. I was denied, I had spent those years, did not recognize the person that's inside.
I did the background music.
That's by request. Rob and I used to get in this fight about music, and then I just told A-Rock, I'm like, just play this. A little EDM, it'll be fun.
Oh, yeah. Gets everyone energized.
That's
you know?
right. Welcome to the show, Jason Bible, Texas Real Estate Radio Network, here at the Texas Real Estate Investment Center. I'm here with Haley Gant, and we are talking about the Quest grand reopening tomorrow night.
Oh, yes.
Super excited. In Houston, but it's already full. So bad news for you guys. You can maybe stand outside, standing room only. Might be able to sneak in. Who knows? Who knows? But still, they can get into Austin and Dallas. Austin is next Tuesday, and then Dallas is the following Tuesday?
Correct, yes.
Okay.
So Houston is tomorrow night, August 3rd, but Austin will be the following Tuesday on August 10th at 6:30 p.m., and then Dallas will be on August 17th at 6:30 p.m. as well.
Okay. And you guys are doing, sounds like a couple of case studies at each. I'm speaking at each one of them. The case studies are going to be different, but you guys will get to see 3 or 4 case studies. And I think most of these deals are stuff that we did during Corona, right? The other speakers.
Yes. So we have specifically asked our speakers for these events to bring a cool case study that they have done over the past year during the pandemic. That way real estate investors can see, what the experts have been doing, maybe trends. And of course, in true Quest style, at the end, we are going to have voting. So we'll actually have voting in each city to see who has the best case study.
Oh,
So,
I didn't.
bring your A game.
Wait a second. I didn't know it was a contest. Okay, so now, all right, now my brain's going to overdrive. I've already picked the subject. It's you should buy a beach house or 2.
Ooh, yes.
And I'm going to talk about the beach houses we bought during Corona and kind of what's going on and all that stuff. So that'll be a ton of fun. But one thing I want to ask you is, you guys are regulated by the Texas Banking, is it Texas Banking Association? What's the name of the group there?
Yes, it is the TBD, the Texas Banking Department.
Okay.
Yes, so they regulate us like a trust company here in the state of Texas. We're no longer a third-party administrator, so we are regulated as a trust company in the state of Texas now.
So the reason I bring that up is because everybody kept asking, when is Quest going to open back up? When are they going to open back up? I'm like, they're regulated by a completely different entity, and they've got to kind of follow their guidelines. So they finally said, all right, guys, y'all can do live events again.
Yes, exactly. And one thing with our live events is they're actually in our offices. So in all of our Texas offices, we have classrooms that are actually connected to the rest of our offices. So not only those regulations, but keeping our staff safe, maybe not bringing in 100 people during lunchtime where our staff is also walking in and out, has really been a big concern of ours. But we are so excited for the grand openings, and I'm just excited to have vendors, speakers, have people in our offices again. Funny enough, our Houston classroom has actually been set up as an office. So you walk in and there's desks, there's people working in there. And I walked in the other day and it's a true classroom again with the projector screens, the tables, the chairs, all the typical classroom stuff.
Classroom stuff, yeah.
It's really exciting to kind of see everything coming back.
That's funny. So they moved all the newbies out into all the new hires into the big conference room, huh?
Oh, yes. Our account services department, bless them. They were...
That's funny. It's a boiler room.
Yeah, right? It's almost like I don't know, where you walk in, there's just a bunch of desks, like a call center
Yeah,
almost.
like a call center. That's funny. So maybe you can explain just real quickly, those folks, obviously they've heard of you guys on our show because we use y'all all the time, and so do our investors. So just give like the quick 30 seconds on what Quest Trust does.
Yes. So great question. And I'm glad you brought that up. So Quest Trust Company, at the core of our business, we are a self-directed IRA custodian. So we teach investors how to utilize their old 401ks and IRAs to invest into privately held assets instead of having all of your IRA or retirement account in the stock market and publicly traded securities. You can actually invest your IRA into all of these non-traditional assets, such as real estate, promissory notes, private placements, and you're actually holding these investments in your IRA. So they're completely tax sheltered from your own income each year. So as a real estate investor, as you're going out and you're building up wealth and passive income, I personally think it's very important to be able to shelter some of your investments from your own income taxes each year, and a self-directed IRA is a great way to do that.
Well, and what we find, and we've got a ton of folks up here that put their IRAs into promissory notes or our fund. And what we find is somebody has a separation of employment. They've got a couple $100,000 in an IRA somewhere, and they're like, I don't want to put it in the market. So can I just invest in your fund or in promissory notes that we hold? And I said, yeah, absolutely. It works really well. Really well. And you guys are fantastic to work with. So so tomorrow night, what are you expecting tomorrow night? I can tell you're excited. I'm pretty pumped up because I feel like we have not gotten back to normal because I've not been at the Quest office in like a year and a half, right? So what are you most excited about tomorrow night?
Oh, I'm just excited to see everyone again and the energy. It's funny, we actually had a classroom rental a couple of nights ago, so we kind of got to do a bit of a test run. We had vendor tables out in the atrium, and for those of you guys who know our Houston office, our building owner actually redid the entire atrium just before the pandemic to make it more event friendly for us. And then of course, we weren't able to have events for over a year. So to actually see it all set up with the tables, people coming in, and the food, the drinks, the energy, I'm just excited to see everyone again. I've been out and about and traveling, but it's cool to kind of bring that back into our office. And I guess I'm excited for the case studies. I'm personally trying to invest into more vacation rentals myself with my boyfriend. So hopefully your deals, I can learn something from them tomorrow.
You are going to learn. Yeah, I guarantee you're going to learn something. It is something really interesting. I'll give you a little prelude to this. Something really interesting happened when Corona hit. One of the co-CEOs at Airbnb, and he came out and did an interview, and he said one of the things that we're finding is most people are not traveling more than 200 miles from their principal residence. So don't get me wrong, you can make money at these vacation hotspots all around the world. However, if you're within 200 miles of a major metropolitan area, you're going to do a lot better. And so we just happened to hit that all at the right time, and it's been just absolutely bananas since then. So do you have any now, or you're just getting started?
So a little bit. So we have one on Lake Conroe that unfortunately we had some issues with the HOA and the neighbors probably don't put a townhouse on Airbnb where the neighbors are very close by. But we had that one on Airbnb for several months and it was doing great. But of course, with those issues, we kind of pulled it off of the market for now. But we have a house, it's completely gutted out in Burnett, Texas, about 45 minutes west of Austin. And my boyfriend loves mountain biking. He is specifically trying to buy Airbnbs near big mountain biking facilities. Yeah. So Spider Mountain, Reveille Ranch out there.
I was going to say, how close is he to Spider Mountain? I've not been out there, but it's on the list.
Oh, yes. It's about 5 minutes away, and it's right in between Spider Mountain and Reveille Ranch. So
perfect.
It's a bit of a selfish endeavor, but we think it's going to we picked it up for super, super cheap. This house had an illegal septic system, so no one was buying it. And my boyfriend's like, I don't care. We'll replace that anyways.
Just take it out and put another one in. Illegal. Someone going to jail for putting in a septic system, right?
Yeah.
That's exactly how we started down in Surfside. It was kind of the same thing. I was like, we bought 4 beach houses for $400,000. I'm like, let's just go buy these. And now I've got the kind of the crown jewel of my personal portfolio we close on in a couple of weeks. And I'm going to talk about how we went from just buying a couple of these beach houses. Now it's kind of an icon on the island. It's one of the A-frames there. So,
nice.
But it's the same thing. It's a selfish endeavor. It's like, boy, wouldn't it be cool? Like, when it's not rented, we can go out there and zip around. I mean, that's kind of what we decided to do. And then you get spoiled because then you have one yourself. At least for me, it's like I get spoiled because I go to the beach during the week and there's nobody there.
Oh, yeah. Avoid the weekend.
Yeah, avoid the weekends and the summertime and usually during the fall and the spring. And then you look back and go, this is the only way I can vacation. Then now you're a spoiled brat, right? Because you got so that'll happen to you guys. All right, we get back from the break. We'll talk a little bit more. It's Jason Bible, Texas Real Estate Radio Network. That's it. One segment.
Perfect. I noticed I started to stray away, and I was like, all right,
No, it's
where's
fine.
my mic? Gotta
Yeah.
put my face.
I thought you meant like topic-wise.
No.
I'm like, nah,
Just
we go.
the-
Yeah, this takes a little while getting used to. Well, if you want to do more segments, you can, or this one, it's just fine. It's up to you.
I don't know. When will this one air?
Is it tomorrow night? So it could be tomorrow night or Wednesday.
Okay, cool.
Up to you.
I think I'm okay for now. We've
Okay.
got a lot of stuff going on back at the office.
Okay.
So.
All right. Yeah. Well, I'd
Yeah.
imagine it's crunch time.
It is.
If you want to come on the next 2 weeks too to push out the other events, we can totally do that.
Yeah.
So.
Maybe I can come by on like a Wednesday or something when
Yeah.
I'm working from home.
Yeah.
So it's
No,
like
that's
15
perfect.
minutes.
What are you doing this Wednesday?
This Wednesday,
I mean, you're working from home, but
no plans.
do you want to come by Wednesday and shoot for next week? Because then we can play this Monday night.
Ooh, yeah.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
So why don't you just pop in Wednesday and we can do a segment? It's really you can. I'm here from like in the middle of the day, so it's really easy to shoot one of these and
Nice.
head out. So
Can I just text you when
Yeah,
I'm
just
like,
text me.
what's your phone number?
832. It's fine. Messages at like 3 in the morning. I'm like, who sent me? I don't even know who this person is.
That's awesome.
He had something else. Okay, cool. Well, I'm going to do the rest of the
So
show
nice.
here. Let's call this one